It literally is on you right now.
All right. Well, this is high hell. And you know what? I'm just going to get into it because the game's going to do a lot of the explaining. So on go, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
So this is high hell. It's a arcade, like Twitch shooter that is very, very fast. And we're going to be doing the 100% category today, which means we're going to be getting all of these demon dolls, which is going to be these like little squeaky toys that we're going to see. We have to burn all of the money because for some reason this company's left their money just lying around everywhere. We have to kill all the enemies, do all the main objectives and the side objectives. So these levels are going to go really quick at the start. They're about like 20 to 30 second levels. There's not a lot going on, more than just like a lot of Twitch shooting at the moment, until a little later when you see the routing getting a little ridiculous.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
Oh. You fell off, man. What'd you do? You fell to your death.
No, man, we're just going to the next level. So, yeah, as you can see, the game just gets... Oh, wow, okay, I missed a jump there. The game gets hectic very quickly. There are a lot of enemies just spaced out around the levels. Sometimes they're very good at shooting. Sometimes they're very bad. They're kind of like stormtroopers in that sense. And like here, there's just a small little things we can do, like crouching. Jumping is usually pretty slow, but if we're going up a ramp, generally jumping is like much faster.
Yeah, Sneeaaky, though, I just want to point out, Stormtroopers got it really rough because all the protagonists have some pretty solid plot armor on them.
That is true.
So it's more like a deflection rather than they miss.
Fair enough. I kind of have that too. I have like a little battery in the bottom left corner of my screen, and that's my health. My health can only, like I can only die if my health is completely at 0. And because I have a soul shot, because I have my soul shot, which is like the gun that I picked up at the very beginning, I gain health from killing enemies. I gain about a 1/12 of my health. So you're going to see me probably going really low and then coming right back up after I kill a bunch of enemies. So that was a boss, by the way. That's Professor Meth. Bosses pop up every 5 levels in this game. And Professor Meth had like a little backpack that was connected to the columns that were in the corners of the room. So when we hit Professor Meth once, one of the columns lights up and we have to shoot it. And then once they're all destroyed, we can go straight on and kill Professor Meth and grab the rest of the stuff in the level. So you're starting to see levels getting a little more vertical, which gets a little crazy. And it makes our routing a little crazier. Did he die? He did. Yeah, he did. That's fine. There's a ball pit over here, by the way. And yeah, the routing gets a little crazy with these tall levels, just because we have to figure out, you know, like, where's the closest money, where's the closest demon doll, where are the closest enemies, and level 8, which is going to be next, is going to be a big show of that. So I believe this is the first level where we get to see the dogs. There are like Rottweilers that come after us, and they are extremely dangerous. They move very fast, they attack really quickly, and they just deal a lot of damage. So we want to get rid of them as quickly as possible before we take anything else out in the room. Hot dog. Or just ruin that guy's laundry day. And these guys, pool game. And that's mission 7. So mission 8 is where you're going to see this verticality come into play, where we just jump immediately down to the lower floor so that we can do our main objective by picking up the bomb and destroying some money. And then we're going to go all the way back up to the top of the level because we missed some money and some dudes. Just to go all the way back to the bottom and, oops, just don't look there. Ruin that guy's shower. And hey, we got that's a PB. So this is probably one of the only times you're going to see me using the aiming down my sight, just because most of the enemies are usually like really close. So we don't ever really have to aim like that. And in this level, so our side objective is to gather these. Oh, what the hell? To gather these blueprints, and these blueprints are actually the blueprints to create our next boss, the Beelzebot. which is pretty interesting. Oh no, that's bad. So if you look at them real quick, I'll look at the last one for you. You can see like the materials they're using and what it looks like. It's kind of ridiculous. And now we're going into our second boss. So this is Beelzebot. Beelzebot's one of those bosses that gives casual runners a lot of trouble, mostly because they don't realize that you're not supposed to aim at Beelzebot's face before he shoots a laser at you. If you do, his face will flash red and black, and he'll just like wave his hands and shoot at you, and you can't really do anything about it. So we just kind of wait him out, and that's Beelzebot. So now we're going to be exposed to the managers, which have these little clipboards that have drawings on them. So I think there are like 8 in total that you can get, and they're all ridiculous. So I'm going to try to look at all of them and see what we can get. And in my opinion, this is where the run starts like picking up. So after Beelzebot, the levels start becoming about a minute long. Enemies are a lot harder. There are a lot more kinds of enemies, a lot more things that you just have to deal with in general. And one thing to note, so in that level I tried to space myself away from that virgin goat, because it's actually possible for the enemies to shoot the goat and just ruin your side objective. So you want to try to stay away from some of the side objectives as much as possible. Like a little later we're going to have to rescue some dogs, and we want to try not to shoot them and try not to let enemies shoot them. So we just grabbed one of the demon dolls through a crate, which is very possible, and we're going to do that in a couple levels. Where demon dolls are either behind walls or like hidden inside garbage cans. That was an unfortunate death. And also, because everything's pretty much a physics object, it's very possible for us to shoot the money off the tables and not actually get it, not count as getting burnt because it's away from the rest of the pile. So like all the money is like its own entity. So we want to make sure that we keep it in one pile on the table. So mission 13, probably one of the hardest missions, just because of how spaced out all the enemies are. That's probably the hardest part, actually. The game proves to be a lot harder on the 80% run, just because we would be ignoring a lot of these enemies. But at least in 100%, we can kill most of them on our way to the end of the level and not have to worry about getting shot from like 5 different directions. So now, for some reason, Pitch Corp, this big conglomerate, has a hot dog making factory, which we need to destroy. So we're going to stop hot dog machine number 1. Hello? Oh, he's hiding from me. And hot dog machine number 2, which for some reason has a man in it. A naked man, by the way. So we just set the flag on fire. We're going to be going to the next bosses, which are these 3 goats. Whenever you shoot them, they randomly teleport around the screen, and you have to shoot each of them 6 times. The only thing is that if you miss one or don't shoot one for about a whole second or 2, it'll start regaining health. So you want to keep sort of a rhythm while you shoot them and try not to let them get any shots on you. And that's our 3rd boss. So we have 5 levels left. We're going through this pretty quick, which is actually awesome. And this is the level where we get to pet the pups. So there are 4 of them just strewn about. There you go, nice guy. And then part of that actually makes absolutely no sense because we save all these little pups, and then for some reason we have to kill the Doberwoman, which I'm assuming is a mother to them. Oh, yeah, you see that can happen. All right. So here's another vertical level where jumping to save time actually makes a big difference if you're going for like individual levels, individual level times. So we can jump along this railing all the way to the top. It obviously makes it a lot more risky to go through it. I mean, probably doesn't save all that much time in the long run. And then we get these enemies that they look at you, and after a couple seconds of staring at you, they open their eye and try to hit you with a laser. Ooh, that was a bad death. So unfortunately, if we don't shoot them like immediately when they open their eye and shoot, we're gonna take a hit. And try to focus on this level a bit. There we go. So this is some like giant Wi-Fi tower. We're trying to kill Pitchcorp's Wi-Fi for some reason. I think someone just left a hot dog on the floor. This is like pretty much a trend in Devolver digital games, where they're just... What did I get shot by? Oh, God. What? Yeah, or they just do a whole bunch of ridiculous things in their games. What is going on? This level's not even that hard. Ooh, I almost gave away the secret there. So I've actually turned looking into mirrors on in this game, because at the very end of the game, after we kill the boss, there's a nice little... What is going on? There's a nice little room where you get to see yourself with your objective at the very end of it. It's going to be pretty fun, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to focus on this, because apparently I'm dying like crazy. There we go. All right, mission 17. I don't know why. Usually that's not that bad. The next 2 missions are even harder, so let's hope I don't choke on those as hard. There's this one strat in this level where we just kind of run through things and everything explodes behind us, which is pretty convenient. And then we get chased by a dog and shot by this dude, so that's like the hardest part of the level. And then it makes it really convenient, because any of the enemies that see you just run right to you. And luckily there's some health in this room that I'm gonna pick up. So our mission here is to destroy this gigantic blimp and ruin these guys' chess game. Or checkers? Chess? Ah, one of the two. Oh, come on. All right. And now we're going into the probably second hardest level of the game. Mostly because it takes about 2 minutes. Because the demon doll is just placed in the worst place ever. We have to be able to get onto this big face over here, and it's like hidden, and there's no way for some reason that we can get it down. So we gotta go through once. There's this like super hectic room where everything is just standing, and oh, okay, you didn't die. Everything is just standing there, waiting for you to walk in. So I'm gonna try to stand outside the door and just take care of these like chain gun dudes. And there's gonna be one more over here, and then a manager. All right. Oh my god. This game's hard, by the way. I'm like AD. It's ridiculous. All right, so you're gonna see the ridiculous ladders in this game. For some reason, when you use the side of them, they actually go faster than when you actually use the actual ladder. And then in a second, we're gonna do this whole level all over again. So usually we would just run into this pyramid and go to the final boss. But because it's 100%, there's this annoying demon doll just like hidden right here. I know we have a couple of other rooms that we have to finish off. So our side objective is to open up these cages and have these little like floating heads come at us. So we save them, and then they like try to float at us and do a lot of damage if they hit us. So we try to shoot them one more time just before they do that. All right. So this is pretty much the level. I just have some money to burn. And then I can go to the final boss, which is pretty interesting. The final boss has 2 phases. One where he's just standing on a platform with a like heat-seeking rocket launcher. So we're gonna run into the corner, get the demon doll, and we're gonna try to shoot the rockets as they come at us, and then dodge all of these lasers. In the any % run, there's actually like a fast strat where we use one of the piles of money, and like we just kind of run up through the lasers. But now we're at the final. This is like the second phase. So we have to shoot the white eyes, both of them, and then shoot the yellow eye at the top. So once I get the third one, the boss will be dead. But time is not yet. Time's gonna be when we grab the baby at the end of the game. Don't look, by the way. He's just gonna tell us good game. All right, now we're gonna grab that baby. And this'll be time. So now I have one special thing. Because we got all the demon dolls, we get access to this like special level. 1626 is a decent, or 28 is a pretty decent time. So if we click the demon doll at the side, we get to go to the boss's penthouse, where we just kind of set things on fire, check out rooms, a whole bunch of like cans and money and whatnot. But what I had ready for you was there's a mirror in the item. Because we're holding the baby, we could actually see babies in the mirror. So I'm going to show you the face that I chose to put on the main character holding the baby. Our good boy Skateman222 getting really excited for a PB of Ninja Gaiden, I believe. That's High Hell. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.